Welcome to this week's Affiliate Marketing Podcast with me, your host, Leanne Johnston. And today I am really thrilled to have Margarita, the Chief Business Development Officer of Advice, joining me on this call. Margarita, it is a pleasure to see you again. I know we had a really great initial discussion where we started planning this podcast, and I can't wait to get into it, but it's wonderful to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
So before we get started, what I like to do is just give you the mic and let you tell everybody a little bit about how you came into the affiliate industry, because everybody's got a different story. So why don't you start with the beginning? How did you get into the affiliate industry, and how did you land up being the Chief Business Development Officer for Advice?
Well, yeah, that's a very interesting one. And remembering that, I can not bring up any remarkable or bright remembering from that. It's just I applied for a job. I was searching for something which is connected with communication, networking. So yeah, and just applied. The match happened between me and FIs, and yeah, here I am. Went through the journey of 7 years from a sales manager to CBDO.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a journey, it's a lot in between there. So you've been around, and also just spending 7 years in one company is an amazing achievement, because most people, and we will talk about this a little bit later, they move around a lot. So it's really nice to speak to somebody who's been at a company that's seen all different aspects of it and dealt with clients in many different parts of their journey with the business. So, take us back a little bit, because 7 years ago, the affiliate industry was a very different place to how it is now, and even the tracking and the ecosystem and the systems that you guys are building is kind of like speed wobbling us forward. So what do you think are the biggest things that have changed then to now?
Definitely 100% truth. It changed a lot. And when I joined Advice back in 2019, the affiliate industry back then was already very dynamic and was growing fast, but I would say it was a much simpler ecosystem than it is today. You know what, fun fact, remembering with my colleagues, the most popular question to our support team was something around is my tracking working properly?
Where can Still I find that question today?
I mean, where can I find my post back? And that's a very easy questions, and we miss it now. Now we have way more complex questions and issues to solve, because we receive every day different new requirements and requests from our customers. So yeah, and I have a feeling that back then, if the pixel or post backfired correctly and all the was all set with the advertiser and no issues with the conversions, it was considered pretty much as a success.
Yeah, pretty much.
But over the past 7 years, though, the industry has evolved dramatically, and I would say it obviously more developed and more mature from my opinion.
Yeah, and absolutely.
If to answer your question directly, what I would highlight, I would highlight two main changes. The first one is a new player on the market. Of course, when I first started, affiliate networks, agencies, advertisers, and the media buyers, they all existed. But essentially, if we speak about media buyers, it was a solo, so-called one-man orchestra entrepreneurs. But today we work with fully established, very big media buying companies, which has not even dozens, but sometimes hundreds of employees, dedicated analytic teams, sophisticated internal processes. So it's working as a huge companies, and there is a completely different type of a customer. And naturally, since they work with the traffic very precisely, they expect much more from the technology and from their technology partners. So yeah.
Yeah, so there's been like a whole transition period. And I mean, 7 years is like it's a life cycle, right? Like there's been a transition in terms of scale. So people
Mm-hmm.
scaling up businesses really quickly,
Yeah.
going from the single entrepreneur into,
Yeah.
multicultural, global businesses with
Mm-hmm.
multiple team members working across, global brands.
Yeah.
But there's also been a demand for better tracking and better reporting
Yeah.
solutions because as the scale happens, there needs to be management as well. And I think
Oh,
even with
yes.
programs, even on the advertiser side, that's happened because as they open up new markets, as they get into new products, the
Yeah.
technology has to grow with them. So, okay, so it's been a wild ride, basically, is what you're saying. You
Yeah.
joined 7 years ago and everything's changed.
So the second main change that I would highlight is technology, exactly what you said, because expectations around the tracking have changed just as much. We
Mm,
have moved far beyond from pixel, from post-back tracking, to today's reality with the server-to-server integration along with the API as an industry standard. And now automation, optimization based on high stability is something rather more a basic rule than a desired expectation. So to me, that's a sign that the industry has matured a lot.
yeah, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop maturing
Mm-mm-mm.
because as
No.
the tech upgrades, so do
Yeah.
the use cases, and then that spurs more innovation as we move forward. So talking about innovation, let's talk about
Yeah.
AI versus
Yeah.
machine-led learning because everybody's
Mm-hmm.
talking about this right now, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of noise around it. Every platform seems to be announcing AI features, but what does genuine AI integration actually look like? And how do you separate that from what's really just automation or machine learning dressed
Yeah.
up for a press release? So talk to us a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Of course. Actually, me personally, I actually think there is a lot of AI washing happening right now. And if you look at the market, many of the features being advertised as AI are really advanced automation or machine learning. It's just AI is a selling buzzword of the moment.
Yeah.
So to me, there is a clear distinction. So if we speak about large language models, they are fantastic for interacting with the data.
Mm-hmm.
It helps and to summarize reports, to decrease manual work, or simply to find some insights much faster, right? But that doesn't mean the platform itself has AI inbuilt into its core for the decision making.
Mm.
Um, Real AI integration is much deeper. It's embedded into the platform's architecture. That's very important. That's the first one. It works with the live data, not with the uploaded files or not with the uploaded performance that you input into the platform. It understands the context on the basis of all the live data, all the previous history of the performance, and of course, on the basis of that, of this context, it supports decision making. And imagine building something like that isn't a feature you release in a sprint. It typically takes years of engineering, infrastructure, and testing before it's reliable enough for enterprise customers. So for me, all that buzz that we have AI, it's AI powered, our tracking is AI. For me, for me, that's something that I would doubt. And for example, if I can suggest our customer or any affiliate marketer who is searching for a tracking platform with AI, I would suggest to ask questions.
Yeah.
First of all, what is your AI about? What data is your AI actually using? As I already said, is it live inbuilt into the platform, or should I upload something? Should I give the data to this AI? And the second and main question, I think that can it take actions, or does it only generate summaries? Because I think that I think this will help to distinguish these two main things.
Well, I think there's two schools of thought here because the AI can help direct you. So it can save time by giving you the answers that you're looking for without you having to, work your way through millions of spreadsheets and, big complex calculations and everything else. Because sometimes you can get lost in the data. There's just too much. So the AI can cut through the noise, tell you, here's all your key problems. But I still think people are wary of allowing AI to actually execute on their behalf. I think people still want to have that control over, do I want to pull the trigger on this decision right now? Do I want to hang back, look at the context, maybe have a couple of conversations with partners, and then start pulling triggers on campaigns? And I think we see that across the board on even e-commerce businesses as well, because whilst GPT can allow an agent to go book a travel holiday for you, are you really going to give it your credit card right now? It's still a little bit early days, but in 5 years from now, as you've seen, 7 years from now, we could very well be in that place. So I think it's asking qualifying and quantifying questions of the platform that you're working with is very, very important, especially if you're planning for the future of your program and the development of your program as you move forward.
Yeah, and actually, I feel a little bit sorry for ML. I mean, because currently in media, machine learning is a little bit in the shadow of the AI. But historically, machine learning. I can give you the real example. Machine learning has been delivering value in performance marketing for years because, for example, at FIs, we had plenty of automation and optimization tools before the AI buzz. Moreover, since we process enormous amount of traffic and conversions every single day, it allows our machine learning models, the field, to be trained on a larger data sets, which naturally leads to a better accuracy and more reliable predictions. That's why, the majority of our customers used to and still continue to use the automation and optimization tools that we have. So that's not really fair. Not really fair for that. But what's even more important here, and what I wanted to say, and the philosophy at FIs and my personal alliance here, is that I honestly don't believe that there is one universal AI assistant that will magically solve all the problems of all customers, because every business works differently. Every business has different tools, goals, metrics, workflows, etc. And I'm sure, and I think, Leanne, you will admit that as well, that by this day, by today, each customer, each company has their own trained already AI.
Yeah, they do.
For sure. So I think that's not very, and these AIs already are in the context. So that's why I don't think we need to limit our customers with our inbuilt AI. That's why we recently introduced MCP server. So instead of forcing customer to use one AI, which we will collaborate for sure with, and integrate it somehow, right? We are giving them the infrastructure to connect their own AI assistants. And I see our job and the tracking solutions job here is to provide data like we did, fast, accurately, in real time, and at a massive scale, so our customer can build whatever they need.
So it's kind of like, I liken it because I'm old and I remember the world before computers, but it's kind of like you can only be as good as you can be with the tools that you've got. So you still need the human to actually use the tools. So you might have, top of the range laptop on your desk, but if you don't know how to use that laptop, it's just sitting there gathering dust. So I like that philosophy that you've got in terms of allowing customers to plug their own data in, to use their own AI agents to sit on top of the reporting and data stack that you already provide them. Now, measurement has always been a really, really big thing in the industry, because without accurate and transparent tracking and measurement, you can't actually influence commercial decisions. You can't build on commercial decisions that become profitable for your business. For those that aren't knee deep in mobile attribution, because mobile is probably one of the fastest growing areas that we have, especially for media buyers, can you explain what Mobile Measurement Partner does and why it matters for affiliate programs, and what the iGaming sector in particular has been slow to move beyond last click on?
If to think about MMPs, I think that the easiest way to explain what a MMP is that this is the source of facts and truth for your mobile marketing. If you're running an app, you don't just want to know where this install came from. I mean,
Yeah.
like you want to understand the entire customer journey from the impression to click, then to app install, then to trial, first purchase, retention, and everything which creates a value for your business, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what a mobile measurement partner does. I think that I need to mention that gaming has traditionally been the biggest adopter of MMPs because user acquisition there is incredibly competitive.
Yeah.
Gaming companies have always optimized beyond the install. They care about player engagement, in-app events, lifetime reinstalls, for example. So this is something that shows the customers and users' behavior, right?
Yeah.
And imagine if two networks are bringing the same number of installs, but in the end of the days, the users from one network, they leave for more than 30 days and they spend money longer. That's, of course, the network you want to scale. And this is the clarity and transparency that MMP gives you, to do.
Absolutely. So why did you guys decide to build your own?
Yeah. So actually, ouch. So actually, we just noticed that, and we just understood that it helps affiliate managers to make much smarter decisions about budget allocation, about partner relation, and channel strategy. And since at Affice we already had web solution as Affice Performance, which is well known and, as you said, top on the market, we just decided to create an MMP to close this ecosystem and to make it all at one place for our customer. And that's exactly the direction we are taking with Affice MMP, about this clarity and about this clear customer's journey. So we do give the visibility to show the entire, as I said, journey, while still giving them the access to raw data. It's very important. And we are very open to custom integrations and custom development, because we understand that each business is different. And each attribution model is unique, of course. And because every company measures their success on different stages of the company, the measurement partner should adapt that, not vice versa, not the other way around.
So I love that, because it's very strategic. The way that you've built the platform is actually very strategic to plug into multiple different facets of, the customer lifecycle journey, whether it's coming in from affiliate, from paid media, from mobile, from, all the different traffic sources. So there's key reasons why that's important. One, from a strategic perspective, you have, and you mentioned bespoke development. So there's opportunities to actually get things made if you talk to your account manager. But the other thing is you're really enabling clients to scale. Like, you're not just providing an out-of-the-box solution saying, here, we'll track all of your affiliates. You're actually enabling them to build a single source of truth for all of their digital marketing, and then allow their business to scale alongside you with a tech stack that can grow with them, which I think is quite important to mention, because a lot of people, when they're shopping around for tech, they'll look at, okay, I need the best of what I have today, but they're not looking at what do I need in 5 years from now, and do I really want to be kind of like moving again in 5 years time. So it's quite important that we share this stuff, especially for people that might be tuning in and listening and thinking, oh, what's the best tech stack for me? But I want to talk about something else, because we've spoken a little bit about how fast the industry is growing, and with that fast growth, there seems to be a revolving door on resources. So tell us a little bit about what you're seeing on, the development side, where clients are actually asking you to kind of like, turn managers on, turn managers off, and this is an ability that your platform actually has, which is quite good for, heads of departments to think of. So what's been happening?
So this is actually one of the trends that concerns me the most, because we've been we've seen it firsthand. I would not say that there is a dramatic amount of such requests that we receive, but we've noticed.
But it's happening.
We've noticed. We've noticed some customers, they ask us to deactivate or replace affiliate managers accounts just a couple of months after they were created. And honestly, I think it tells us something about the pressure people are under in our industry. I think that's all about it. And I think that if to think about affiliate or account management, and not only and extrapolated to all the other roles in affiliate marketing, but it has become one of the most demanding roles in digital marketing, right? You're expected to be partly salesperson, part of analyst, part of integrator, part of communicator, sometimes a product expert.
Media buyer, sales negotiator.
Yes.
I mean, the list carries on and on.
You're managing hundreds of partners, monitoring the performance. You check technical issues. You negotiating the commercial stuff, and constantly on top of that, you're reacting to the market changes, and that even sound overwhelming.
I kind of say that, to be a really good affiliate manager, one, you need to love it. This is not a 9-to-5 job. But the other thing is you kind of need to have slightly ADHD, because you need to be everywhere all at once, present all the time, and also changing all the time. And it does burn people out. But also the market hasn't been able to train and bring enough talent in.
Yes, that's I think that's the cost. I think we can speak about the cost of that turnover, and I think it's much higher than just, okay, we'll hire one, okay, we'll bring someone new. It's much higher, because let's imagine how it looks for the advertiser. Every time an account manager leaves, the network lose the relationship and the context of the conversation with the advertiser. And if the advertiser getting introduced a new account manager every few months,
it's an alarm bell.
Yeah, they naturally start to think, is something wrong with this network? Is this program a scam or something like that? If they scam people, or if they, so it's a question. It may be questionable, right? And that uncertainty can affect engagement of the advertiser and ultimately performance with this advertiser.
But also the administration part. So you've got an account manager, they get their portfolio, they build those relationships. So how do you keep track of all of that when somebody's leaving 6 months later?
That's the point. It's a significant operational cost as well, because you need to onboard something, to give the access, to give the historical data, to share the reports, to understand the communication logs with this particular advertiser, because everyone is irritated if they are asked questions which they were explaining a lot already previously, even to another manager. Who cares? That was the same brand, the same company, right? Unfortunately. That's true. That's why, and you noted that's why I see a very important the role-based access and this hierarchy of the user permissions, because first of all, it helps to scale, and I think we will speak about it a little bit deeper. But the second thing is that flexible user permission system can quickly help to onboard or offboard team members by assigning predefined roles and, as I said, permissions, and employees get access to what they need, and they don't see what they don't need, and some extra information that they may not be anyhow connected
hindered
to. That's just not needed information. And on top of that, every important action should be logged, not just to punish people who did something, right?
But for compliance, even for compliance.
And to understand the steps, the steps that was made, and maybe that will bring some insights, right? And this basic principle of security, by the way, is still surprisingly overlooked. But
and I love what you're saying, because everybody focuses on what is the need for the, when they look at tech, they look at what's the need for the affiliates, what do I need, and the management of the program is often overlooked. It's like, oh, we'll deal with that bit later. As long as it can do this and this, then I'm happy. But you're looking at affiliate program management from a holistic perspective as well, in terms of the actual administration of running your team, your affiliate manager team, and what the impact is to the affiliates if and when that team member leaves, and how do you kind of make that as smooth and as frictionless as possible for the partners, by making sure that the onboarding and offboarding process of the affiliate managers when they come and go is simplified. So I think if anybody's running a big global team, this might be a nice opportunity for you to come and have a look at the platform, because that administration of onboarding and offboarding team members could be a little bit easier. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about managing multicultural remote teams at scale as well, because as you know, LATAM, South Asia, China, CIS, all of these regions are just exploding at the moment, and there's generally a complex cultural landscape to to kind of navigate, right? From the partner's perspective, but also from the team perspective. So what have you learned about leading remote and multicultural teams working at FIS? I mean, obviously you're kind of global, that nobody really prepares you for. So let's drop some nuggets and tips here for people that are tuning in.
Yeah, to start with, I need to say that actually I love this topic, and I love not just to raise networking, not just to raise clients and cooperation, but just to raise professionals and people. I really feel that this is something that inspired me and give me the energy. So this is the topic I can speak endless, so please stop me.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest insights here that I found out, I think that's managing a global team, affiliate team, or any other team isn't just really about managing schedules and time zones, not calendars and time zones. It's about clear, updated processes, which each manager in charge of. It's about remote work etiquette, and it's about people first approach for me.
Yeah.
It's about that. So when you work across regions like Latam, India, China, Europe, CIS, you quickly realize that people, they're not just different. I mean, that's obvious, but they work in a different ways, right? So communication styles, decision making, feedback, and even sometimes things that people consider as urgent, that's a very vary a lot.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned is that you just cannot manage a global team with a one-size-fits-all approach. So yeah, but this is the kind of a human touch of a question. But the metrics part, the KPIs should stay consistent for sure. This is something very solid, and I stand for it. So the KPI should stay, as I said, consistent. Everyone is working towards the same business goals. But how you organize the coverage, how you meetings, customer communication, planning of the quarter, right? Planning of your resources for the quarter, for the year, it just has to reflect local realities. Because we can speak here about summer holidays in Europe, festivals in Latam, national holidays in China, national festivals in India. You can work a lot. You can call. You can you can go to the meetings with the customer. But at the end of the day, this is just doesn't show the respect actually, and it affects differently to team performance and customer satisfaction, right?
Yeah, and affiliate satisfaction, because most people are managing global affiliate programs all over the world. So understanding the cultural differences between you and your partner is half the battle won for sales.
Yeah, and I think the key here is, as I said, human touch and human approach. So, but again, it's not about all the clouds, all the clouds. We need to be kind, and we need to be respectful, for sure. But at the same time, technology definitely helps, because it's a lot of modern collaboration tools, shared dashboards, CRMs, tasks management, centralized documentation. A lot technology that you can use, but it doesn't replace empathy and cultural awareness. So, if I could give one advice to someone who managing a global affiliate team, I think that would be something around being very curious about the person, very curious about communication with them, learn how people prefer to communicate, what motivates them, how they make decisions, and what challenges do they face locally. So I think that besides all that processes, KPIs, and all that pressure that we are under, with these numbers and metrics, the key is the human approach.
Yeah, it's humanity. I mean, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people are forgetting right now is, yes, AI can help you become more efficient, but in this industry, humanity still matters, because you're dealing with other people. You're not dealing with a computer on the other side or an agent on the other side. You're dealing with another human on the other side of the phone. And so we have to keep those principles of being human in our relationship building, because it's integral to this part of the industry. It's different in paid, it's different in SEO, it's different in other channels, but in affiliate, human relationships have always driven success forward. So I want to talk about like the enterprise capabilities, and I know you've got a really cool case study that you want to talk about. And now's the time to shine. So, you've got a really great permission hierarchy system, which you've been talking about, which allows brands and team leaders and account managers to have different levels of access. Let's talk about a real world example here of how that's actually impacted a business, and just like set the scene. Share us, a recent success case study that you managed to help.
Sure. To start with, I think this permission hierarchy system is one of the biggest differences between a platform that's built for SMBs and which is built for the enterprise. Because smaller affiliate program, they just don't need that much. They're just a couple like a people who is managing everything and who sees everything and who are able have the access to everything. But once you're managing thousands of partners across multiple regions, brands, business units, this model simply doesn't scale. I would not say that about the regional managers, the finance, the compliance, the executives. So that's a huge hierarchy that you need to give the accesses to, and it's of course it's about security. We're not like no one is a fool to think it's for the system. Of course, the first thing is security, but then is a process. Everything should be at the right place to be managed and to be scalable, right? So there's where when a company want to scale, that's where permission hierarchy becomes incredibly important. We already spoke about it, right? So moving to the great example that I have and I prepared for today, I think that a good one was that we have with Alphaleets, a large iGaming company. If to like as a helicopter view, if to wrap up everything, they as they scaled, manually monitoring campaign performance, it just became increasingly difficult. Right? Their team wanted to react immediately when something unusual happens, instead of just seeing and checking what changed, what is happening on the platform. And one tool that they used, it was automation optimization tools that we used to have. I think that everyone who is very interested, they can check the whole case study on our website. But I would say the fun fact that we did the research after that, and we found out that CR automation that we have, it decreases 30% of working time and efforts of an affiliate manager. 30. So speaking about scaling, every action which continues, which happens again and again, should be automated somehow. So as I said, up to 30% of manual work is something impressive, right? So it gives the free hands to build the network and to build the trust with the partners. So going back to Alphaleets, using our API, they built a comprehensive alert system, and it's very customizable, because when you have the strong API, and our API is one of the strongest on the market, you just can create a notification system that you need, and you can create something that triggers and ping the person who is in charge of some changes. And going further and give some insights to our listeners, I can say that right now the trend is to make the API integration with the Telegram.
Wow.
So so imagine how difficult is it to miss something in Telegram or any other messenger. So that of course will increase numbers and will impact a lot for the performance. So managers just can receive actionable information and what to do, where to do, and what failed, or vice versa, what raised suspiciously, right? So
I mean, 1.5 days out of your 5-day working week, which is essentially 30%, is nothing to be snuffed at. I mean, I know what I would want to do with an extra 1 day's worth of time.
For sure.
And that can actually directly impact revenue growth, because if you are imagine if you took that 1 day and you refocused it on finding new potential partners, and you took a half a day for training. So it's 1.5 days out of 5 days is 30%. That's significant for any senior manager to consider within their team.
Of course. I think that's simply incredible that and I think that's enterprise technology should do, right?
Yeah.
To help automate, to highlight some opportunities for the growth, and to save that precious time and that precious energy and effort that our customer does. And actually, while we were speaking, you and me right now, I have a really brilliant insight. You know who else needs this hierarchy system very strict in the platform? It's media
Affiliate.
buying teams, affiliates, media buying teams, affiliate teams. That's very crucial. And 3, maybe 4 years ago, we developed this preset to help media buyers, because as I said, 7 years ago, it was a solo entrepreneurs, and then it grew in a big companies. And yeah, I'm very proud and happy to say that Device was the first on the market to provide such a tool for media buying big teams who need to manage 100 plus media buyers that they have in their team. And what is even impresses me even more, that now we don't just work with the huge media buying teams. Now we work with the funds for the media buying teams who help media buyers to grow. And I think that you maybe heard about Monolith. This is also a client of ours right now, and that's the investment fund, which help traffic-driven teams and media buying teams to not just to grow, but to analyze and to do the research of the strengths and weaknesses, create action plan, receive the consulting and investment. So that gave me the understanding how market is developing, expanding, and what are the opportunities right now, and how important it is to scale and to have the processes very accurate and updated.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. The next rollout of Advice might have some of these additional tools available to you, because this is where ideas spark from conversation. So I wanted to run through our rapid fire, because we normally just ask a couple of questions towards the end, and they're really quick. They're like yes, no, basically.
Okay.
So get ready. Are you comfortable in your seat? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the goal tracking standard right now?
Post backend API.
Okay. Last click attribution or multi-touch?
Multi-touch. Multi-touch for full customer journey.
I love that. AI that works for AI that's marketed?
AI that works and delivers result.
Okay, I love that. and growing fast or building sustainably?
Oh, building sustainably. Always a win.
Biggest underrated skill in affiliate management?
Persistency.
I love that. I love it. It's not data, it's not sales, it's persistency.
Yeah.
One thing you wish every affiliate program knew before they started running an affiliate program?
You better check the duplicated conversions. keep an eye on that.
Conversions.
Yeah, because
as
a platform, as a tracking solution, it's our customer, like especially new beginners, they are very excited about the conversions. But please, darlings, check the duplicated ones.
I love that. Watch the pennies and the pounds will grow. That's kind of like an English saying that we have. All right. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Same.
I'm going to wrap up the conversation here and just invite everybody to come and have a look at Advice's website. Go and have a look at the case study that we discussed. It'll be linked into the podcast show notes. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the mic this week, Margarita. And thank you so much for sharing your insights on how you've seen the industry grow over the 7 years. And I'm sure how it's going to be growing for 7 more and.
Yeah.
So it's been a pleasure to have you here this week. Thank you for joining me on the Affiliate Marketing Podcast.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.